4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. Speedy with a good launch off the line. Didn't get away, forcing me hitting the wall at the back there. I'm not sure who that was. I think it might have been Cursed. Besides that, no major dramas. A couple of position changes, but nothing major as yet. Clean down into turn 2. Red Bull making up some ground there. An Icewind gets pushed out wide. Now, could be vulnerable to some of the cars behind. Trickling Hugo right on him. And both get around him in one fell swoop, so a bad start from Icewind. Hugo and Triton battling away there, 1/10 between them. Looks to be sorting himself out, and Triton remains ahead of Hugo. Filtering through towards the end of the lap. Clara and Revel a bit tight and comfy there. As Revel loses the back end and hits Clara, pushing him off. Clara had nowhere to go. It looks like Revel just lost the back end there, and Clara the unfortunate victim there. Not sure if he has damage or not, but Revo definitely does. Meanwhile, Cursed with the 2 pass scars, getting mugged straight, and then Cursed ghosting a bit there. Hugo on Triton, having to go around the outside. In on the brakes, but Triton keeps it in there. He won't give that up easily. Hugo with nowhere to go on the outside. Triton gets the better drive on the inside. Hugo still there though, showing his nose, but backs out, thinking better off the move and inviting Icewind back into the battle. Now, Hugo having to defend from Icewind, who shows his nose in turn 1, and Hugo gets snaky on the curb. This will cost him. Icewind, good drive. Both have DRS, Icewind having to go around the outside. Brakes early and lets Hugo have it, but then loses it on the rear end or something. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but loses the position to Bance. Icewind struggling in the early stages of this race, really not what he wanted. Here comes Timo on Tipsy, really close. Tipsy defends the inside. Timo having to go around the outside. Tipsy keeps the position. He's a hard racer, not easy to pass him like that. Meanwhile, 4 wide at the back there. Icewind challenging Cursed, but not quite able to do it. Can he do it here? No. Close battling between these two with some great racing. Icewind still showing his nose, but not really able to do anything with it, and Icewind pitting. That's rather unexpected. And now we have Keyboard Magnussen on Triton. There it goes. Who will remain in position out of turn 3? It looks like it will be Keyboard Magnussen. Locks up a little bit, but nowhere for Triton to go, and Keyboard Magnussen carries the speed through the corner, so that's job done. 3 wide from these 3. Hugo backs out of it, thinking better of the move. Smart play from Hugo there. Would have been no point in forcing the issue. There definitely would have been a collision there had he done that. So heads up driving from Hugo. And Triton having a look at Keyboard Magnussen going around the outside. Keyboard Magnussen locks up, pushes Triton wide, but Triton will have the inside for the next corner. Can he get the move? No, he can't. So very much line astern for the time being. Hard racing from Triton and Magnussen. There's now Triton on the back of Magnussen. Going for the move. Makes it stick into turn 1. But he could be vulnerable to the DRS of Magnussen in the run down to turn 2. But it looks like Triton has good speed on the straights in spite of the lack of DRS. And now Hugo on the inside of Keyboard Magnussen in on the brakes. But Magnussen just as late nearly hits the back of Triton. Plenty of room given by both these drivers, and Keyboard Magnussen lives to fight another day. And Hugo cuts the corner a little bit, but gets the advantage, and now ahead of Keyboard Magnussen already. Looks like he'll keep that position, so good driving from Hugo, if a little bit messy in turn 1. And Kirst is off. So a bad day for Racing Point, just got even worse. Kirst spinning in the second sector. That won't have helped him. And now Nick going for second place on Terror. Looks like he gets the move. Can Terror come back at him into turn 3? And meanwhile, Danny gets underneath both of them. Somehow, Danny now into second. It looks like Nick will get third in the corner. So, great opportunistic driving from Danny there to get that position. Rolls Royce on Terror for 5th place at this point in the race. Looks like he has it with much superior straight line speed and gets the job done even before the braking zone. So great driving there from Roy. And Tipsy defending from Roy. Roy has the position with the overspeed on the brakes. Terror looking to get through this as well. And Tipsy and Roy are off. They've hit each other. And this may well have ruined Roy's race on for a potential podium, and now that looks down the drain. And Tipsy's fighting these guys really hard. I'm not really sure what he's playing at. This is not his fight. Oh dear, Tipsy, what are you doing? Now Hugo having an opportunity to hit Nick, with Tipsy holding him up. Round the outside, makes that the inside, and Hugo gets the position, so great driving from Hugo. Silver on Danny. Danny defends really hard, but Silver has the inside line. Can he keep it on the brakes? Yes, he can, but he runs wide. Really wide from Silver there. It's not great, and now Danny will live to fight another day. Silver losing oodles of time in that. So unfortunate for him, a bit flustered. Now Silver right back on the case of Danny once again. Definitely looks like the faster of the two guys at the minute, but as we saw last lap, catching Danny is just one part of the equation, passing him is quite another, and so far Silver has not managed that. Good run off the final corner, but not as good as last time. Won't look to make it into turn 1 this time, I don't think. Shows his nose but backs out, thinks better of it, but compromises Danny's line a bit, I think. And now with the DRS down to turn 2, he looked to make it probably around the outside. Danny defending early, telegraphing he'll keep that position, and Silver lags and costs himself that potential position with that lag. It's really unfortunate. But he has the run down to turn 3. Can he make it stick here? On the outside, Danny defending the inside. Will have to run it right around the outside with the wall of death. Can he make it? Yes, he has. He has the position, so good driving from Silver there. And now Silver, released by Danny, has caught right up to the back of Bance. Bance, a hard nut to crack, defending the inside early and squeezing Silver on the braking zone. Silver running out of space, losing some braking performance, having to run on that curb. So Bance with a tough defense, not cracked yet. Silver on Bance for the second time, round the outside. Can he make it work this time? Has to run the wall of death. But Bance is still in there. Silver has his nose ahead though, and the inside line for the next corner, so he should get it. But he lags again, and again that's cost him. So Bance will live to fight yet another day. And now, maybe third time's the charm for Silver. Gets past Bance much earlier down into turn 3. Gets it on the brakes. Bance keeps it in on the brakes, but just inferior grip on those medium tires cannot make it work. So that's P8 for Silver now. And just when Silver thought he had a brake, Bance down the inside on the brakes. Gets the move done, so Silver will have to fight his way back, and yet again. Bance definitely not one to give up, and certainly not one to give in. So he'll keep this position for the time being, but Silver will want to get it back. And Roy, trying to get the run onto the DRS straight for turn 2, cuts turn 1 and picks himself up a penalty. But he's going for the move on the track. Can he get Triton? Yes, he can. Massive overspeed on the brakes. Good move from Roy there. Triton not fighting it too hard. And now Speedy coming around the final 2 corners to cement what has been an utterly dominant drive. A gap of 14.5 seconds to Terra Incognito. Just faultless lights to flag victory from Speedy there. No one had any answers to him at all whatsoever. And it looks like Terra will keep P2. Hugo not able to do anything about it in the end. And Nick robs Hugo of P3 at the line.